This is Chipotle. No, not the fast casual spot known for its skimpy burritos. I'm talking about the real deal, the smoked and dried jalapeno pepper that gets a kick of extra flavor when it's soaked in adobo sauce. Today we're taking things to another level. We're going to marinate a steak for an entire week, submerged in this smoky, spicy goodness. Let's dive in. First, we're going to grab 5 cans of chipotle and adobo. That's right, 5. Into a blender they go, along with 1 clove of garlic and a touch of salt. And the salt's going to help bring out the moisture of the steak and then also suck back in those juices from the marinade. It's going to play a crucial role in this experiment. Once we have all those ingredients in the blender, we're going to go ahead and start blending. You'll know that it's ready whenever it turns into a deep, rich red paste, which should only take about a few minutes. Next up, we're going to layer our marinade at the bottom of our container. Then we're going to lay our steak right on top. And we're talking about a full immersion here, so pour the rest of that marinade over the steak, making sure every inch is covered. Smooth it out and seal the container tight and say goodbye to this steak for a whole week as it gets cozy in the fridge. Fast forward 7 days later and it's time for the big reveal. Take a close look at the steak. The deep red hue is striking, but if you look closer, you'll notice some slight oxidation. Will that change the flavor? Stick around to find out. For seasoning, we're keeping it simple. Just salt, pepper, and a little garlic. We don't want to overshadow the bold chipotle experiment. We're heading to the grill next, firing it up with the hot, wood-burning coals for that extra layer of smoky flavor. We're sticking to the trusty 2-zone cooking method for the best result. Direct heat for the sear and indirect heat for the controlled cooking. Once the grill is ready, it's go time. We're searing the steaks for a quick 1 to 2 minutes per side to avoid burning. And also, we are going to be sliding it over to the cooler side, replacing the grate with a cooler grate, and then placing our steaks back over the flames to make sure that we're getting the heat from the fire and the coals rather than the metal from the grate, because we want to make sure that we get a nice crust formed on our steaks. Now let's talk about this crust. Perfectly seared, crispy, and full of promise. We slice into the steak, and here's the interesting part. The meat isn't overcooked, yet it's slightly gray, almost as if it were. Curious, right? When I checked the temperature, both steaks hit a perfect 125 before resting, climbing to 132 after. Let's do a taste test. First, the control steak. Exactly what you want in a steak. It's smoky, juicy, tender, and packed with flavor. Then we move on to our week-long chipotle creation. The flavor is something else, and you can really taste the chipotle with a hint of sourness and a fruity note that's usually unexpected, but surprisingly good. Wifey gave it a try too, and she loved the control steak, but the chipotle one wasn't her favorite. She said it reminded her of a chili, and honestly, I see what she means. So, would I recommend you try this steak at home? If you definitely want to up your steak game and try something different that you've never had before, I definitely recommend it. It wasn't very difficult, it was just time consuming considering we did have to marinate the steak for 1 week. Other than that, nothing was very difficult. Guys, if you liked the video that you saw today, please leave a like and subscribe down below, get the bell on, and make sure that you stay tuned for any videos that I have posted up in the future. If you have anything that you want me to cook, leave a note down in the comment section so that way I can take a look, and I'll be more than happy to fulfill any requests that I get. Until then, I'll see you in the next one.